just had some time on this late Friday morning. I didn't get to come on earlier because I had some errands I had to run. But ran across this quote today. This guy was actually, it came across my one of my social media pages, and it's the guy was a pool player, and I don't know much about him. His name was Efren Reyes, Efren Beta or Bada Reyes. Anyway, I thought this was kind of an interesting perspective. First line, a humble life is not a small one. So that's the gist of it. So I'll just start with that. A humble life. With the word humble, I like big humble. It's always kind of my thing, you know, just start it big. So, a humble life. I'm gonna have to get me some more of these Papermate pins. They're kind of my go-to lately. A humble life is not a small one. So I could go, is not a small one. I think I'll do that. Okay, so I don't usually do that, but I'm gonna go, is not a small one, and just kind of hello, Phantom. Can you make one for Juice World? Are you saying right out Juice World, or? I am a little slow at the lingo of all of this, but is that what you're asking? A humble life is not a small one. Not everyone needs to dominate. That would be bad, I guess, if everyone had to dominate. Not everyone. Not everyone needs to Not everyone needs to dominate. Some Hello, Savannah. Appreciate you being here. Some of us are here to endure, for sure. Some of us are here to endure, to outlast. I appreciate you guys tuning in and subscribing when you feel like it. It makes my day. It really does. Appreciate all of you who have, and kind of gives me a marker for how this thing goes. But hi, all right, hey, Lego man, I'm doing all right. You doing okay? To outlast, to guide. To take the shot. A humble life is not a small one. Not everyone needs to dominate. Some of us are here to endure, to outlast, to guide, to take the shot. To take the shot. To take the shot when it feels right. When it feels kind of swinging off the edge there, but that's okay. I'll kind of come out here a little wider, maybe a little wider over here. Dash, hyphen, and walk away smiling. And And walk away. Smiling. Now this is an example of my making it too big too early. So I'll make it small, the rest of it. Smiling, win or lose. Then he says, there is dignity kind of getting smaller down here, because that is the predicament I've put myself into. There is dignity in silence. Silence. Wisdom. In restraint. Okay, I'm working through it here. Let's see here what we got. Wisdom and restraint. And sometimes the strongest hand sometimes the strongest hand on the table on the table. So this guy was a pool player. But I think it applies to life. Is the one who knows when to let go. myself out of space. But it's okay. And I am going to put this gentleman's name. His name was, I'm going to put it right. Wish I had a little thinner pen, but I'll put it right over here on the side. Efren. Bada Reyes. Pretty profound. Yes. Just like that. So a humble life. A humble life is not a small one, it says. That's what he says. How would a little light look? I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm doing all right, Lego man. I am. I really am. I think I'm getting new perspectives on life. You know, as things change, and you know, you either kind of embrace the change or you suffer, I think. And maybe some of us hold on to things more, well, I mean, I know that's true, more tightly than some. I think it just comes in different ways, you know, holding on to memories, holding on to actual stuff, you know. Letting go of some things. That's what, like this guy, this quote. I mean, I've had some things in my life that I don't know, I felt like I wanted to accomplish, you know, and did I give it a good, honest, sincere try? I thought I was at the time, maybe, I don't know. I can definitely look back and see things that I maybe should have done differently, you know. But the worst thing, I think, is to just sit and dwell on that stuff. You have to let it go, you know. Because, you know, it's just... And it's funny because I know it's not this simple, okay? But really, if you think about it, it is. But it's at the same time, it's not this simple because we just seem to struggle with it. But like, you know, like if we think about our bodies, our physical bodies, if we break our arm or, you know, something happens to us, you know, it may or may not heal, you know. I mean, and you can't just go, you know, Knee, get better. Cut, go away. And I know I'm not making light of, because I am kind of a bundle of emotion a lot of times. But like, I have a choice to dwell on something, right? Or I can let it go. Why do I hang on to this stuff? And it just seems like I have a choice to, out of everything on in my body, in my physical body. And I think, our minds, our brains and everything, I mean, that's physical. Help me, y'all. Physiological, I don't know. Showing my smarts. But I don't know. I like to think that I can change that right this minute, how I'm going to think about this day. I can do it. But why do I not sometimes? Why do I sit there, something, doesn't go the way I wanted it to? A relationship, I don't know, a job I didn't get. And I just sit there and beat myself up over it. Why? Why do we do that? Why can't we just let it go? We can. Unlike, I do it, I have done some stupid stuff with pocket knives and cut my hands, get this cut, and I can't immediately go, done with that. Cut, go away. But I can do that. I mean, I should be able to do that. But what keeps us from doing that? What keeps us just thinking and dwelling on what ifs and then not being happy? You're like right here in this very moment as I'm making these dots and listening to that bird. This is the greatest place to be ever. I don't need to be anywhere else. Where are you right now? Well, David, it's different. I'm stuck in traffic. Okay. Okay, well, how are you going to kind of work through that? Because the traffic's gonna happen, and how are you working through it? I don't know. Just a little bit of food for thought. Hey, beach girls. Welcome. I've never had beach girls. No, you know what? I think you have been here before, haven't you? Maybe not. Forgive me. Putting a little... So I'll finish up with a little bit of blue for you. Little blue for you. Oh, delicately applied with my so useful. Ah, the 3 BFFs. Of course. The 3 BFFs. There you are. So glad you stopped by again. That's up in my windowsill. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Well, welcome back. Always appreciate y'all tuning in. A little overcasty where I am today. I'm kind of digging it. I'm digging it. Kind of takes the edge off or something, you know. Lord. I need to put a little more of that blue. Well, everybody have a big weekend planned? Or not. You don't have to have a big one planned. You might just want to hang out right where you are. Because a humble life is not a small one. Not everyone needs to dominate. Some of us are here to endure, to outlast, to guide, to take the shot when it feels right, and walk away smiling, win or lose. Ooh, do I do that? There is dignity in silence, wisdom in restraint, and sometimes the strongest hand on the table is the one who knows when to let go. All right, my friends. As always, a privilege really is to do this, to get to sit with you, to have you pop in and out. I appreciate you subscribing and tuning in. You guys, gals, have a absolutely wonderful Friday. And I always hope to see you on the other side. Thank you so much.